produce more. Regina Mayor is the global head of energy at KPMG. Thanks for joining us. It has been a busy few months. Can you help us settle a debate here? Is there or is there not significant spare capacity in Saudi and OPEC that could materially now move the needle on the price?
Well, I find it interesting, Paula, that they're saying that they have 2.5 million barrels per day of spare capacity that they could turn on, because everything that I'm hearing across the industry and from senior executives that are in the know, they're saying that OPEC Plus is really at its spare capacity level. So what they would be able to do would not be able to make a hugely material difference. And we're going to be in a higher price situation for longer, unfortunately. Current markets, I believe, with the dip that we've seen, is just a temporary reprieve.
And that's interesting, because if we get some perspective here, oil right now is priced about where it was before Russia invaded Ukraine, and it was still at that point kind of uncomfortably high, right around $100. Do you think,
Right.
and I think I hear you from what you've just said, that the supply crunch will continue in the coming months, and that will lift oil prices in the longer term anyway?
I think we're looking at a situation where we'll continue to see triple-digit prices across the board. I do hope it stays more in the low hundreds or high 90s versus the 120s that we've seen recently. But the underlying fundamentals for supply haven't changed. We do think OPEC Plus is at or near capacity. Demand is at pre-pandemic levels, and that's with China still on a lockdown. So we anticipate that that will come off soon. The SPR release that the administration has been doing is set to roll off in a few months, and they're going to have to replace those barrels in the SPR. The good news is we're seeing U.S. production start to inch up. It's at 12 million barrels per day. We're seeing stock levels rise for crude oil in the U.S., gasoline and distillates. But I believe, and other analysts believe, that is not going to get us back into the 70s or 80s, which was already high when you think back to pre-COVID levels.
Yeah, those were quite extreme, though. At some point, we had a negative oil price. I have to ask you, you mentioned China there. Do you think there will be a coming supply crunch as well if China gets past this COVID issue they're having and their economy really starts to go gangbusters?
Absolutely. And we're just seeing it in terms of the demand all over the world. So I think that Chinese demand has not unlocked. I think there's still lots of supply chain bottlenecks that are decreasing energy demand. So I think that we're going to continue to see upward pressure on demand. Financial markets are pricing in recessionary concerns that we're not seeing impact the physical market yet. So that's why I think it's more of a temporary reprieve. I was in Frankfurt just last week, and it's a very real concern on the continent about natural gas supplies as well. So we're just seeing demand go up and up and supply being constrained, and we're not going to be able to fix that really quickly. I think your reporter called it a spigot. We don't have a spigot, unfortunately.
Absolutely. We'd all love that. And before I let you go, you were just mentioning you were in Europe, and let's talk about that natural gas issue. President Macron saying, look, encouraging the French already to try and ration. Do you think that we are going to have a long, hard winter there looking and keep in mind, natural gas prices are through the roof already?
Absolutely. And that's what I'm concerned about. I know we've been hyper focused on the price of gasoline because it's been summer driving season, but natural gas prices are 3-4 times just at the hub, like at Henry Hub, for example. And so if we have an extremely cold winter, that's going to bite substantially from a price perspective too. And Germany's already starting to ration. What the problem is that now is the time that the European continent typically rebuilds natural gas stock supplies so that they can then burn it off during the winter months. With what's happening in Russia and Ukraine, they're not able to rebuild those stocks. And so we're really worried about what that means for the winter months.
Absolutely. And we've had guests on the show saying they're not where they need to be yet in terms of that storage for winter. Always good to talk to you, Regina. Have a great weekend. Really appreciate it.